Hey, what's going on, guys? Wukong Xiangqi here. In this video, I'd like to introduce the very first release of my Wukong Xiangqi chess engine, which is a Chinese chess engine, believe it or not. So, without further ado, let's have a look at the very first prototype that is intended to be used for playing against by the users of very novice level. So, starting from the level of you just know the rules of CNC, and then you can improve further on more and more. So I will start with a little bit of bells and whistles first, and then we'll go to demonstrating the actual playing capabilities, and then at the very end a few words regarding some summary about this project and some future plans that I have in mind. So we can choose the theme. But probably one of the first things Western people would like to do here is just to switch the pieces to make them look like a little bit more familiar to international Western chess. So both traditional and Westernized pieces are available in both board themes. So for those of you who has been following the series, that's not in use, nothing new here. Another thing, we can, if we click on a piece, it shows the legal moves where the current piece can go. And also if we drag and drop the piece, it also shows where the piece can go. Okay, so board sounds just as usual, so nothing new, nothing interesting. So we can switch this off, however. So in this case, you see, like when show moves is not available. I personally don't really like that mode, but for beginners this might be beneficial, so we don't use it no matter if I drag and drop or tap, so it just doesn't show any moves. But let's keep them for beginners, and I really prefer the traditional pieces. I play with traditional pieces because it doesn't distract me with the international Western Chinese chess rules. Like when you see a knight, you think like you can jump over a piece, while in Chinese chess that is impossible. So when I see the Chinese characters, it's easier to not correlating with the two games basically. So anyway, the next thing to consider, so we can edit the game. So let's say you want to analyze the game you've played, or some sort of an opening, or just try to move the pieces around the board. Well, for me personally, as far as I've started learning CNC as a human player quite seriously, it's absolutely crucial feature to be able to play through the opening variations that I can see, that I can take from somewhere, read from somewhere, so on. And also if I just try to play through the games. So as far as I don't have a plastic or wooden or whatever set of CNC that I can touch by my hands, I think this is quite pretty enough here. So we can just try to play through some opening variations like this, and trying to see kind of what happens. So we can undo the moves, trying something different, nothing much really. Okay, sorry, just trying another move, and I don't know. So it's all can be like however you want to move the pieces for just this kind of human analysis. So that's another feature that I personally consider to be quite pretty crucial. Also, the PGN is being written here, and if you do this, if you're not using computer, then just the pure moves are out there. But if you try to play the actual game, edit mode to turn off here, and let's start a new game. So if I actually try to play a new game, well, first of all, I've added a placeholder for opening book. Just every single character here has its own opening line, not a book, just a line, because I don't know where to take this sources for opening books, and on the one hand, and on the other hand, I just want to learn those opening variations. And by the way I would be learning them, I would be adding them here, so the updates are coming. So I've I've implemented only those opening variations, so we're still okay. So we're no longer within the opening book. Yeah, for Wukong, this is no longer an opening book. So now, when engine starts playing, it outputs the principal variation here. I'm using this standard UCI move format. So evaluation, depth, and time taken to make a move in seconds. So this is it. Well, but this kind of like strongest version, it beats me really crucially. So that's the reason why I decided to make a few bots here. So let me quickly walk through all of them, just try to highlight what they are all about. So Baihua is my little kitten. She helps me writing chess engines, and the only way she can only play random moves. And this is very nice feature for absolute beginners like me, because when you don't even realize exactly if you can do a move or not, it seems to be quite pretty interesting to be able. By the way, yeah, you see like the pieces that you can capture are highlighted with red, and also it was a little bit of a pain to make these highlights fit both color themes. So it looks slightly bit worse on the dark theme, but I think that it's still not that bad. But anyway, so Baihua would be making absolutely random moves. So let's say I can put a piece under fire. Well, let's say here, and it doesn't obviously mean that she would recapture. So you select she doesn't recapture because she's really literally making random moves. But beware though, you can still blunder a checkmate. So this is done in order to practice. Well, probably this is useless, but I don't know. I think this might be a fun. So well, let's say this. So just should blunder as a pawn. So this move is not doing anything. So I'm just keep developing my pieces. And when I play versus Baihua, I feel like I know something about Chinese chess. Yeah. So now she hits my cannon. But again, like let's say I blunder that. That doesn't mean that. Well, now she captures, but next time she might not capture this. So this was just a random move. So this doesn't obviously mean that she would definitely capture this this cannon. But anyway, let's protect it. So to make sure that no disaster is happening. And now I would attack the cannon, and I've just blundered. No, I didn't blunder anything. So he exchanged the cannon for advisor. This is very bad exchange. So okay. So I just want to build the pressure on this file. Still dream to learn the traditional notation to name the moves properly, not in this weird way how I do it now. By the way, I can capture the knight. Yeah, yes, I can capture the knight. Well, I can hardly believe that I would be capable of checkmating, but maybe at some point. So check and check, and let's say nope. Well, let's check like this. Or hold on a sec. Is this? Oh man, this is the cannon. I'm sorry. I thought this is the pawn. Sorry, guys. Yeah, this is the cannon. I just thought this is the pawn. I'm sorry. So yeah, I need some space. I need some space for my knight to come inside here. Okay, it's really good to play versus random player because he's not trying to checkmate you like like the actual engine does. So this is just a move generator that allows you to play randomly. Yeah. So okay. I need to. Okay, I can check here. Double check. Okay. I still can check. Or hold on a sec. Is this gonna be a checkmate? Not yet. And here. yeah, seems like this is the checkmate. Yeah, for some reason it didn't write the result. Well, probably because of this random player. Yeah, so I don't say it's totally bug free, so this is the very first attempt to share the work in public, so I don't even know. Oh, okay, so got some errors. Well, but anyway, you can mate, and that's the most important thing. So I need to sorry guys, just want to create a little to-do list for myself, because otherwise I will forget this. So now by the time I test this stuff, so let me just to-do list. So first maiden scores in random play issue. Okay, so but anyway, this is the mate. Yeah, so it's quite pretty easy to mate him when he plays random moves. If we go to Wukong, which is the digital copy of myself, so author of this engine, only knows rules of game. Well, just a little secret, he plays one play depth, so he still can checkmate you, but already he's not playing random moves. He would be recapturing or capturing your pieces if you're not careful. So this is kind of like a next level. Also, he has an opening line, the only opening line that I know, which ends up on this move. So yeah, already, this is already the engine move. And well, let's limit the knight from pushing, but hold on a sec. So this move doesn't seem to be that good. Okay, so this is not protected, but well, maybe I just lose soon. I don't know. Maybe I just lose quite pretty quickly. Yeah, that's, well, let's exchange the rooks. Oh, I can't exchange the rooks. Oh man, yeah. Okay, and so on. So I just don't really want to show you how I lose horribly. Now this little hidden to little tribute to Harmgerd Müller, the author of Max Chi and Ha Chi Ki D. Yeah, that's the whole name. That's hard to pronounce. The name for his CNC engines, and he helped me on Talk Chess to create this engine via consultations, and I really appreciate to Mr. Miller for the amount of time he spent describing and explaining me tiny little details regarding the CNC engine, like how to implement the threefold repetitions and many interesting stuff as well, and also for providing help so I could eventually connect my engine to X board or Win board, that doesn't matter, depending on operating system, and I managed to play versus his engine only thanks to him. So I decided to give him a tribute in this sort of way. So here is a link to his site. I really recommend you to go there and check it out, because really lots of fantastic information, including CNC as well. But obviously, mostly he's doing traditional chess. But anyway, so he plays two plies dip. So he has a slightly different opening variation. I don't really remember which one. Wan Tani is an interesting character. So he's a real Chinese chess master. He plays four plies dip, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Also just the placeholder opening line, so it should be much stronger already. And he where do I know him from? I found him on YouTube, but he's very famous among Chinese chess community in China. Also, he according to some resources in Chinese that I've Google translated, he's a part of Chinese Chess Academy in Guangzhou, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm subscribed to his CNC channel, watching his videos, how he plays online. That's very amazing guy, and definitely worth following if you want to learn how to play CNC. So really lots of videos he uploads every day, and this is really fantastic. So here's his channel, online play, game analysis, really lots of interesting things there. So highly recommend it. And finally, Sonocon, which is the version that plays 1 second per move. So currently the strongest version here. Here is just the link to the repository where the source code lives for those programmers who might be interested in implementation. And yeah, actually this engine is intended to be the didactic engine. So if you have a look at the project structure, so we have the GUI and the engine being separated. Yeah, so here have this experimental so-called UCI cycling dialect of UCI protocol, which has a little slightly different syntax compared to orthodox UCI protocol. And I was using UCI to inboard adapter by Harmgert Müller for kind of converting the UCI engine with the Cyclone dialect to export engine. And actually the Cyclone dialect, I didn't really intend to implement that, but that was the default behavior of UCI to inboard adapter, and then didn't know how to change that. So it was easier to actually create this dialect. It's just a matter of fixing a couple of lines of code. So just doesn't use position keyword, uses R instead of W in FEN definition, and that's literally all the differences, so nothing much really. And the source code, well, for those of you who has been following this series, yeah, you've probably seen the source code. I've provided the API, the variant. Unlikely my Wukong JS for International Western Chess, I don't provide any documentation for API because, well, I could have done that, but I don't see much sense. If someone is interested how to use this as the third-party library, you just can contact me via email, and we get done with that. So no problem really. So really lots of work has been done. Yeah, this UCI Cyclone is nothing special really, just a few lines of code. I was thinking about implementing the native winboard or export protocol because at first I didn't like how this winboard or export works, but later on I realized that that's quite a pretty amazing program to deal with, and probably for some of my videos that I'm going to make in future regarding the not just programming but playing CNC as a human, I think that might be interesting. Probably nobody cares about this, but still I'm very addicted with this game and I really want to learn myself. I have some amazing resources I've been shared by Untitled Chess, so really lots of interesting things to share with you guys. And well, probably one last thing here is download PGN. So probably this is the one last feature that I would like to share with you guys. So well, let's play with 110E. Let's get crushed by him. So, and let's go. Okay. So I'm moving the pawn to. Okay, so he attacks this pawn. I don't know how bad that is, but I potentially block his knight from going anywhere. Well, probably it could be a good idea to implement some highlighting on right click instead of this menus. My biggest dream is to implement arrows like in Lichess, but unfortunately I don't know how to do that properly. Probably via the SVG graphics, but not sure regarding the implementation. Okay, so what if I... Well, he doesn't capture the pawn. Well, now he does. Okay, so he threatens this bishop at the moment to be captured. So let's put the bishop away. Okay, now the rook is... Oh, it's not... No, this pawn is protected by the knight. Yes, so here it's protected. So I don't know what's the purpose of this move. Whoa, so I can't capture. No, I can capture. Oh, probably I just lost material and didn't realize that. Didn't even realize that. Okay, can I capture this pawn? Okay, blundering too many pieces, but okay, let's try to pin. Oh, hold on a sec, I gotta check. Yeah, I gotta check. So let's try to build the pressure before I get mated. Yeah, if I didn't do this move, I could have go for a checkmate in line. Unfortunately, now it's not really possible. But what if I build my cannons? What if I build my cannons like this? Okay, is this? Hold on a sec. Oh, if I put it away, I would put myself into a check. Oh, what a disaster! What a disaster, really. Yeah, that's a little bit of a pain. So if I only could distract this guy. I don't even know how to do that. Well, let's try to put the rook in. Okay, what did I blunder? Okay, I blundered my cannon. Yeah, I should avoid that, really. So let's protect. Oh, I can't put it away. Okay, now I can. Now he attacks with the knight. Okay, can I? Hold on a sec. No. They didn't allow me to make a move because this leads to a check. So, okay, maybe let's try to exchange. Yeah, I'm losing. I'm just losing here. Again, check. Okay, so it covers the square. So trying to distract the knight. No, it protects this. Yeah, it's a little bit of a pain. Oh, yeah, pawn captures, surely. So yeah, I don't know what to do here. Just wait until I get checkmated. Enjoy the user interface. Yeah, checking for bugs. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still not in playing mode. I know it's weird to say about the playing mode for a guy who plays CNC only for about 5 days in his life, but I'm more likely within the mode of checking for bugs. And well, something wrong with the scores. Well, this is interesting. Hold on a sec. Okay, I just need to put this wrong scores. So I really need to figure out what's wrong there. Okay, so what can I do? Yeah, I can protect by the rook, and now I get checkmated. Okay, at very least the game result seems to be just correct. And now let's download the PGN. So CMK, okay. So the PGN has been downloaded. We have the variant of CNC, all the stuff. So who playing versus who, the game results. So I lost the game. And now the interesting thing that I can actually open this. So if I go to downloads, I actually can open this with my export. So if I just invoke my export, and it's a little bit of an issue with the pictures for some reason, but we just simply need to start a new variant of CNC. Yeah, now it works, so I don't want all this stuff. And I just want to open the game, load game, and downloads, and this one. And surprisingly, yeah, don't play through the game. Okay, don't play through the game. I don't need this tags. So move list is literally enough. So now I can just watch the game, how it goes. I can also turn on the engine to see how it calculates to play. Well, unfortunately, Wukong Xiangqi doesn't have the analysis mode, because in JavaScript that's a little bit of a pain to implement all those interrupts by from std in. So it's a little bit of a pain, and it's not really intended for that. But I can use somewhat existing a stronger engine for analysis, and in that case, just see for the evaluation for possible mistakes and things like that. So we can play through the game, and also we can create new variations. It's interesting thing that I actually updated the textures of Xboard, so now it really looks like my engine in the browser. But obviously this is the native Windows application, and it's also available for Windows as well. And this background texture is can be used like whatever file basically. And it turned out that we use exactly the same piece icons, like my version and the Xboard version as well. So it's a really powerful app. By the way, Harmgert Müller is one of the authors and one of the maintainers of this. I thought he was the only maintainer, but it seems like there is another guy, Tim Mann, who's also doing this. Well, I'm not sure regarding this historical stuff, but the cool, cute thing that this Xboard now looks like almost exactly like my browser version. Slightly bit different, but still, it's quite pretty fascinating to see these similarities, I believe. Okay, guys, so this is it from my side. So if you just ignore these tiny little bugs I have, so yeah, it's a little bit unclear for me why the score is not available. Actually, this should be a maiden score. This should be a maiden score. But for some reason, so yeah, it seems like mate in 3 here, yeah, sorry, just like mate in 3, mate in 2, and actual mate. So yeah, really kind of lots of things to debug, but at very least it's now playable. It's now alive, so you can play it online. Also, I tried my best to make it work within Firefox as well. I hate Firefox and Windows operating system as well, but unfortunately most of my subscribers use in both Windows and Firefox. So I was forced to make sure that it also works nicely in Firefox as well. So just to give you an idea, so paste and go. So it also works in Firefox as well. So we can move pieces, play game, all this stuff. So yeah, this is it basically. So guys, even if you don't know the rules of CNC, you can just switch to Baihua, and you can actually ask her to make a move. Okay, another bug. If something goes wrong, you just update the page. Yeah, and here we go. Oh, hold on a sec. Did I break something? Why it doesn't work in Firefox? Come on. So. Oh, now this is getting really weird. So it works. Okay. Come on. So why not to work in Firefox? It's absolutely the same thing here. Okay. I have no idea what was that. but let's try. Okay, finally it works. I have no idea what was the issue. See, like, it worked perfectly well in Chrome browser. So yeah, this is it, guys. Enjoy CNC, and this is it regarding the demonstration. So I would really deeply appreciate your feedbacks, especially if any Chinese guys who is playing CNC, and even if you play professionally, that would be even a better to get a feedback from you guys. So I'm thinking about adding some Chinese characters for CNC, for engine. I don't know, I need to Google translate that. If you know how to write in Chinese CNC chess engine, please let me know in the commentary so I could have added that to the titles of this 18 videos within this series on how to code a CNC chess engine from scratch in JavaScript to make it work in both browser interface and Xboard or WinBoard. So again, like, I've been demonstrating how it works within WinBoard in the previous videos, so that's a little bit pain to set up. So if you just can watch the previous video to get an idea that that's at least possible. But beware though that playing versus other engine in WinBoard or Xboard is not official feature. It's possible, but that's really a pain to make it work. So only if you really want it to work, in that case you'll need to make lots of effort. But anyway, if you actually do really want to try that, feel absolutely free to ask me within the commentaries for details. Let me know what your operating system is, and I'll help you with the setup to make it working properly. So this is it from my side, guys. Yeah, one last thing. So to be honest, I did lots of work recently, and I feel a little bit tired from programming, to be honest. Another little issue that some sort of a gap within my working schedule on my main freelance project it has stopped for unknown time, so I feel a bit of a vacuum now, and to be honest, not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing as my main job in future at the moment. So that's the reason why I have so many time now to experiment with this CNC engine. So any kind of sort of a job offers regarding something similar to what you've seen here in this video, please welcome. So maybe we could have come up with some sort of a interesting things together. But again, like, I'm not interested in business apps. I have I have done lots of those and still doing them. I would really like to have some projects regarding, well, most likely regarding CNC, because it's absolutely amazing game. Chess is also okay, so something like board games, this might be the case, I believe. And this GUI, so JavaScript, is more appropriate, but I can also write in C as well. So yeah, not C++. I don't know C++, and no Java, no Android apps, because I just know, okay? And yeah, again, like, one last thing. So bearing in mind all this stuff I've just said, I really want to rest from programming a little bit and switch to learning how to play CNC as a human player, trying to improve my skills. So I'm planning to start an additional series on learning learning CNC from scratch as a human. And I just found really lots of interesting resources to share, and I just would be learning on my own and sharing what am I doing, how exactly with you guys at the same time. I've already tried some play CNC online, where I was playing online versus human players on some free server, but I just can't get mated there, so it's not really interesting to watch. Those were my very first attempts, but now I just really want to improve my play a little bit. because for me personally, the result doesn't matter really. The only thing matters for me is the relative improvement. So where you were initially, and where did you come to at the very end. So that relative distance is the most appropriate, the most important thing for me. Yeah, that's it. Okay guys, so thanks for watching. Have fun with this Wukong Xiangqi, and until the next time, and take care.